Hey everyone, welcome back to SW Sister, where we dive deep into the wild world of reality TV psychology. Today, we're tackling one of the most infamous figures in polygamy reality TV, Kody Brown from Sister Wives. If you've been following the show since it premiered back in 2010, you know Kody is the charismatic, long-haired patriarch with 4 wives, or at least he used to have 4. But over the years, as we've watched his family implode, one thing has become crystal clear. This guy is a masterclass in toxic dynamics. In this epic, long-form breakdown, clocking in at over an hour of juicy details, we're obliterating Kody's facade. We're talking narcissistic supply, how he pits his wives against each other in cutthroat competitions for his attention, and the straight-up toxic power games that have destroyed relationships and left a trail of emotional wreckage. We'll pull from episodes, insider insights, fan discussions, and basic psych principles to show how Kody's behavior isn't just quirky polygamous drama. It's a blueprint for dysfunction. Buckle up, because this is going to be raw, real, and relentless. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're about to go deep. Let's start with the basics. Who is Kody Brown, and how did we get here? Kody Brown was born in 1969 in Lavelle, Wyoming, into a fundamentalist Mormon family. He grew up in a world where polygamy wasn't just accepted, it was encouraged as a path to spiritual exaltation. By the time he was in his 20s, Kody had embraced plural marriage, marrying Mary in 1990, Janelle in 1993, Christine in 1994, and finally Robyn in 2010, legally divorcing Mary to marry Robyn in 2014 for adoption reasons. The family exploded onto TLC with Sister Wives, promising a glimpse into a happy polygamous life with 18 kids and a whole lot of chaos. But from the jump, cracks were showing. Kody presented himself as the loving, fair leader, the guy who could juggle 4 wives like a pro. In reality, as seasons progressed, we saw favoritism, manipulation, and emotional neglect. Fast forward to today, Mary, Janelle, and Christine have all left him, leaving Kody with just Robyn in what he calls a monogamous marriage. But is it happy? Recent episodes suggest otherwise. Kody's admitted to bad relationships with his exes, blaming them for everything while playing the victim. And tragically, the fallout has been devastating. His son Garrison took his own life in 2024 amid reports of strained family ties. This isn't just TV drama. It's a psychological minefield. To understand Kody's role in it, we need to break down narcissism. What it is, how it shows up, and why Kody fits the bill so perfectly. Remember, I'm not a therapist, and we're not diagnosing here. This is analysis based on observable behavior from the show and public commentary. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, is a mental health condition characterized by a pattern of grandiosity, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. According to the DSM-5, someone with narcissistic traits might exaggerate their achievements, expect special treatment, exploit relationships, and react poorly to criticism. They often see themselves as superior, but underneath it all is fragility, a deep fear of inadequacy that they mask with bravado. Kody embodies this from episode 1. Think about his entrance. The flowing hair, the confident swagger, the way he talks about being the head of the family like he's some divine king. In early seasons, he brags about his big family as if it's a personal trophy, but when things get tough, like during the Flagstaff move, he flips the script, blaming his wives for not being loyal enough. Fans and experts alike have called him out. In a Reddit thread from years ago, users pointed out how Kody triangulates people, pitting them against each other to maintain control, a classic narcissistic tactic. Therapists reacting on YouTube, like in videos titled, "Is Kody Brown a Narcissist?" break it down. He shows grandiosity, thinking he's the ultimate family man, entitlement, demanding obedience, and exploitation, using his wives for emotional and financial support without reciprocating. One therapist noted how Kody's charm is superficial. He woos new wives like Robyn with romance. But once they're in, the mask slips, revealing inconsistency and criticism. And let's not forget the lack of empathy. When Christine left in 2021, Kody dismissed her pain, saying she was playing games. That's not love. That's narcissism in action, where others' feelings are secondary to his ego. But to really obliterate this, we have to talk about narcissistic supply. the fuel that keeps a narcissist going, and how Kody harvests it from his family like a toxic farmer. Narcissistic supply is essentially the admiration, attention, and validation a narcissist craves to prop up their fragile self-esteem. Without it, they deflate like a popped balloon, often lashing out or seeking new sources. In polygamy, Kody had the perfect setup. 4 wives, each providing a different flavor of supply. Mary was the first wife, giving him status and loyalty. Even after their catfishing scandal, she stuck around for years. Janelle was the practical one, handling finances and offering stability her. Independence fed his ego by making him feel like the provider without much effort. Christine brought energy and motherhood vibes, validating his virility with 6 kids. And Robyn? She's the jackpot, the soccer mom he gushed about, providing fresh admiration and emotional intimacy. But here's the toxicity. Kody doesn't distribute love equally. He doles it out based on who gives him the most supply at the moment. In season 16 during COVID, he isolated with Robyn, claiming safety, but really, it was because she was his primary source, compliant, adoring, and not challenging him like the others. When the other wives complained, he accused them of betrayal, a move straight out of the narcissist playbook, devalue anyone who withholds supply. Public analyses back this up. News reported Janelle suggesting Kody's selfish and narcissistic, implying he prioritizes his needs over the family's. On Instagram, fans dissect how Kody's knife in the kidneys comment about Christine's exit was pure supply withdrawal rage. He felt rejected, so he attacked. And tragically, this extended to his kids. Garrison's estrangement and suicide have been linked by fans to Kody's neglect, where kids weren't supplying enough respect to earn his time. Kody's supply addiction isn't subtle. It's the engine driving the show's drama, turning a family into a battlefield where wives compete for scraps of his attention. Speaking of competition, let's dive into the heart of Kody's toxic empire, the competing wives dynamic. In theory, sister wives promotes harmony, wives as sisters, supporting each other in plural marriage. But under Kody's rule, it's a gladiatorial arena where Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn vie for his favor, time, and resources. This isn't accidental. It's engineered by Kody's power games. From the start, he fosters rivalry. Remember the house-building episodes where he pits wives against each other over room sizes or locations? He'd smile and say, "Let's vote," but really he's the decider, rewarding the obedient one. Robyn's arrival in 2010 amplified this. Kody spent disproportionate time with her, honeymooning for 11 days while Christine was in labor. That's not fairness. That's favoritism, creating jealousy that Kody then exploits to maintain control. Psychologically, this is triangulation, a narcissistic tactic where the abuser plays people off each other, making them compete for approval while he sits back as the prize. In Kody's case, wives weren't just competing for love. It was for survival, financial support, emotional validation, even parenting time for their kids. Christine has spoken out post-split, saying the competition made her feel less than, and Janelle echoed that, calling Kody's behavior selfish. Fan forums like Reddit explode with examples. Kody criticizing Mary's weight or independence, then praising Robyn's purity, which devalues the others and keeps them scrambling. And the power imbalance? Kody holds the legal marriage card, switching to Robyn, controlling adoptions and assets. This competition isn't healthy polygamy. It's a toxic game where Kody ensures no one unites against him. As one YouTube reactor put it, Kody's like a king dividing his court to prevent rebellion. The result? Broken bonds between wives who could have been allies, all while Kody's ego swells from the drama he creates. Now, let's escalate to the core obliteration, Kody's toxic power games. These aren't subtle manipulations. They're blatant, episode after episode displays of control, blame-shifting, and emotional warfare. Power games in narcissism involve maintaining dominance through fear, guilt, and gaslighting, making others doubt their reality to preserve the narcissist's narrative. Kody's a pro. Take the COVID saga. He imposed strict rules, but only enforced them on non-Robyn households, claiming disloyalty when others pushed back. This wasn't about health. It was power, isolating dissenters to punish them. When Janelle and Christine prioritized their kids' mental health, Kody raged, calling them bad wives. That's blame shifting. Instead of owning his favoritism, he flips it, making them the villains. Gaslighting? Check season 18, where he tells Mary their marriage was always bad, rewriting history to avoid accountability for his neglect. Public breakdowns highlight this. In a Collider article, Kody admitted to F***K and fight relationships with exes, contrasting them with his normal one with Robyn, implying the others were toxic, not him. But fans see through it. An ex-post called him a malignant narcissist who pits people against each other. And the kids? Kody's power games extend there, disowning those who side with moms, like when he skipped Isabel's surgery, blaming Christine. Tragically, Garrison's death in 2024 has fueled discussions. Fans on Facebook note how Kody's tough love, code for neglect, contributed to family fractures. Even Robyn's caught in it now. Recent episodes show her annoyed with Kody's hyperactivity, hinting their loveless marriage is imploding under his blame games. Kody's power isn't strength. It's poison, eroding trust and leaving everyone questioning themselves while he plays victim. The impact of Kody's narcissism on his family is heartbreaking, a ripple effect of pain that goes beyond TV. Start with the wives. Mary's catfishing scandal stemmed from emotional starvation. Kody's withholding of affection pushed her to seek supply elsewhere, only for him to use it against her. Janelle, the logical one, endured financial exploitation, shouldering bills while Kody splurged on Robyn's home. Christine's exit was a triumph, but not without scars. She described feeling trapped in a loveless competition. Robyn, once the favorite, now seems trapped too, defending Kody while their dynamic turns blame-heavy. Psychologically, living with a narcissist leads to anxiety, depression, and low self-worth. Wives have reported feeling unseen. But the kids? That's the real tragedy. With 18 children, Kody's favoritism created hierarchies. Robyn's kids got more time, while others felt abandoned. Garrison's suicide note reportedly mentioned family strife. Fans link it to Kody's rejection, like evicting him during COVID. Other kids, like Madison, have called out Kody's villain behavior publicly. This isn't isolated. Studies on narcissistic parents show kids suffer from conditional love, leading to estrangement or mental health issues. Kody's games have splintered the family, holidays divided, relationships strained. Recent X threads discuss his untreated ADHD or arrested development, but narcissism amplifies it. His impulsivity becomes weaponized. Overall, Kody's supply chasing and power plays have turned a potential big happy family into isolated fragments, proving polygamy under narcissism is a recipe for disaster. Recent developments only hammer home the obliteration. As of 2025, Sister Wives Season 19 shows Kody reflecting on his toxic past marriages, but he's still blaming exes, calling them bad, while idealizing Robyn. Yet cracks appear. Robyn's expressed frustration with monogamy, saying she never expected to be with Kody 24/7. Their loveless dynamic, per YouTube breakdowns, involves mutual blame, Kody accusing her of enabling his isolation. Kody's stint on Special Forces in 2025 revealed more. Fans noted his narcissistic jerk vibes, struggling with teamwork and flipping out under pressure. Brittany Cartwright's presence sparked jokes about her type being narcissistic men. Meanwhile, ex-wives thrive. Christine's remarried, Janelle's independent, Mary's rebuilding. But the pain lingers. Kody's estrangement from most kids persists, with public shade like his daughter's post about toxic villains. Psych reactors predict more fallout. If Kody's narcissism isn't addressed, therapy? Meds. His remaining marriage could crumble. Fans on Quora and Facebook debate. Is he a full malignant narcissist, or just traits amplified by polygamy? Either way, the show's evolved from happy family to cautionary tale. In conclusion, this psych breakdown obliterates Kody Brown by exposing how his narcissistic supply addiction, wife competitions, and toxic power games have wrecked lives. He's not just a flawed TV dad. He's a case study in dysfunction, where ego trumps empathy. If you're in similar dynamics, seek help. Narcissism thrives in silence. What do you think? Is Kody redeemable, or is this the end? Drop comments below, like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns. Sister Wives Janelle Brown confirms housing setup on the family's new North Carolina farm. Janelle Brown confirms the living arrangements on her new 156-acre North Carolina farm, revealing how her home and daughter Madison's home are positioned on the property as her post-Sister Wives life continues to take shape. Mary Brown reveals how tense the Kody Pass sale actually got an explosive Sister Wives clip. The Brown family continues to battle over Kody Pass, even as a sale is just around the corner. In an upcoming episode of Sister Wives Season 20 has been much like previous seasons. There has been a ton of drama. While the complications from the polygamous divorces are more or less over, Season 20 has given fans a close look at how complicated it has been for the Brown family to completely untangle themselves from each other. The season has also highlighted just how ridiculous and unreasonable Kody Brown can be. In an upcoming episode, Mary Brown reveals her dastardly ex even tried to make her sign a non-disclosure agreement. Kody Brown wanted Mary Brown to sign a confidentiality agreement. TLC recently shared a Sister Wives clip for an upcoming episode on its Facebook page. According to the clip, in an upcoming episode of Sister Wives, Mary Brown let fans in on just how tense things had gotten behind the scenes. In an explosive confessional, she explains that Kody Brown is once again blaming her for things, alleging she was slowing down the sale of the family's Flagstaff property. Mary reveals that there is more to the story than meets the eye, claiming Kody wanted her to sign a confidentiality agreement ahead of the sale. Mary revealed that she refused because she would not be silenced. Elsewhere in the clip, Kody said he was working on an underhanded deal with Janelle Brown to sell the property out from under both Brown and Mary Brown before he thought better of it. As per usual, Kody attempted to position himself as a generous but ever-sitamized member of the family. He also, as is common, tried to position Robyn as the voice of reason. Robyn scowled throughout the clip, and Janelle took the logical approach, stating just the fact. What remains unclear is whether Janelle was also asked to sign an NDA-style agreement. Sister Wives fans are siding with Mary Brown based on the clip, while Mary didn't delve into the reason behind Kody and Robyn's desire to have her sign a confidentiality agreement. Fans were quick to read between the lines. Mary has spent years in the Brown family being treated pretty terribly. The family has alternated between being utterly dismissive of her and browbeating her for transgressions they claim she has committed. It seems fairly obvious that any confidentiality agreement would have given Kody and Robyn the ability to take full advantage of their position of power over Mary without her having any recourse to object. Mary Brown still has plenty of critics. Still, she also has a fair number of fans now. That number appears to be growing by the day. Most viewers agree that she was entirely justified in refusing to sign a confidentiality agreement. It absolutely put Mary in a very vulnerable position. It's nice to see the small business owner finally recognizing that and acting in her own best interest. Sister Wives Janelle Brown drops bombshell. Kody didn't know Madison was expecting the complicated dynamics of the Brown family continue to play out on TLC's Sister Wives, and this season has shown a spotlight on just how strained certain relationships have become. Ex-wife Janelle Brown recently revealed that her daughter, Madison "Maddie" Brush, has been estranged from Kody Brown for years, going so far as to keep her latest pregnancy a secret from him. Maddie doesn't really even tell him that she's pregnant, Janelle shared during the November 9th episode, matter-of-fact adding, "He'll find out." She explained that Kody and Madison haven't spoken for a long time. It's probably been 2 or 3 years, highlighting the extent of the distance between father and daughter. Madison and her husband, Caleb Brush, welcomed their 4th child, Amelia Estelle, in March, joining older siblings Axel, 8, and sisters Evie, 6, and Josephine, 2. The episode, filmed before Amelia's birth, offered viewers a candid glimpse into how fractured family ties can impact major life events. Why Madison chose distance. Madison has previously opened up about the reasons behind the estrangement. One of the key issues, she explained, is Kody's controlling nature within their relationship. "Some people just don't deserve to be in your life," she said during a 2024 episode of her The Authentic Society. She also noted, "I always get messages from people who are like, 'You should just forgive your dad and respect him.' And I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about because your experience with your dad could be very different than my experience with my dad." Madison added, "He doesn't have any respect for boundaries, and you have to play by his rules, and I just don't care to do that." Janelle further explained that Madison's decision to cut off contact and withhold major family news stems from her perception that Kody has shown little interest in her children. Maddie has observed to me that Kody has not been out to see her kids since her daughter Evie was born, and Evie's 3, Janelle said in a confessional. Maddie's like, why would I tell him that I'm having another one? He hasn't really shown that much interest in the other 2. The mother of 6 defended her daughter's choice, emphasizing that Madison wanted to protect her children from an awkward encounter with a grandfather who had not been present in their lives. She did not want Kody to suddenly drop in and be like, "Oh, I'm your grandpa," and then be like, "What? Who is this guy?" Kody's perspective and emotional reflections. For his part, Kody has pushed back against claims that he is solely at fault. Speaking with his only remaining wife, Robyn Brown, he insisted that Madison was the one who set the boundary for no contact. "She never told me she was pregnant. She never told me she was going to have a baby," he lamented, according to People. Kody maintained that his older children are purposefully leaving me out of their lives to punish me for a crime I didn't commit, referring to his failure to fall madly in love with their mothers. He also alleged that whenever he speaks with Madison, she spreads gossip about me to the rest of the family. Kody, who is also a recruit this season on Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, grew emotional during a November 6th episode as the show's directing staff grilled him on his lack of accountability for strained family relationships. There ended up being some bad blood with family over the divorces. "In some cases with my children, communication has ceased," he admitted. "When you don't have a deep connection with your children, that is a disappointment." As Sister Wives continues to document the Brown family's ups and downs, viewers are reminded that behind the cameras, family dynamics can be just as complex and painful as they are compelling.